it's nice to see women occupying such levels of power. Let me greet the EFF Ground Forces, led by the very capable Commander-in-Chief, CIC Julius Malema, and the caucus of the EFF, led by the Chief Whip Floyd Nyiko Shivambu. Today, we are invited, House Chair, to debate a budget allocated to a department that is called Monitoring and Evaluation. And we are going to state the reasons why we are here outrightly rejecting that budget. The department was initially created to support the National Planning Commission and facilitate the implementation of misguided National Development Plan, which was even rejected by its own alliances. COSATU was one of those. Today we are here to debate a budget of a department no one knows what it does. Today we are here, and this morning this very same committee received a message from the Speaker of Parliament ambushing them that tomorrow they must debate the state-owned entities of this country, which the President has taken over. That is without dealing with the APPs of those SOEs. But let's come back to the monitoring and evaluation. The alignment that you were supposed to do is nowhere to be found. When you took over, you were going to create jobs. And when you took over, there were 4.5 million unemployed people. Today, there is 11 million unemployed people. Where is the monitoring? Where is the planning? Today, South Africa only grows by 2% economically. Where is the monitoring? Where is the planning? But no, let me make it very easy for our people in South Africa so that we speak the same language. Let me now invite South Africans to see what is planning and monitoring. A woman in Bakersford gives birth outside a clinic because a 24-hour clinic was changed by someone somewhere to stop working as a 24-hour clinic but operated as an 8-hour clinic. A woman comes to the clinic, is closed out, gives birth to a child that died instantly. And fortunately, the EFF is representing that woman to deal with the department and hold it accountable. But what happened? Monitoring and evaluation, maybe you will answer South Africa and women in general. What should happen to women when they need to give birth at night, when you close clinics at night? When we arrived here in 2014, there was a project of water for Umzimvubu Dam for the people of OR Tambo. Kuna namhlanje akukabikho dam, akukabikho manzi, but money is gone. Where is monitoring and evaluation? Abantu baseGiyani were promised boreholes. People came here, then it was Minister Maropene who told us that each borehole was costing 1.2 million. And those boreholes are nowhere to be found. A woman was battling with crocodiles in the river there in Giyani just recently. But since 2014, we've been dealing with the project of water in Gwagwa. Where's monitoring and evaluation? Midupi and Kusile budget kept going up. And we are now in the load shedding era because monitoring and evaluation could not see that corruption was eating away from the fiscus of this country. Municipalities, to name a few, Tukuluku, Mafube, Amahlati, can't pay salaries. Where is monitoring and evaluation to see that there is service delivery and there is effective and quality service that is given to the municipalities? Post office workers just lost jobs. Recently, this year, going to elections, and you wonder why the ANC dropped to the levels it dropped to. You fired more than 200 workers of the post office. And we were sitting here, all of us battling with the post office. Where was monitoring and evaluation? Scholar transport. Children are dropping out of school. You come here and ask questions, why are the kids dropping out of school? Simple. If you were monitoring what is happening to the kids that enroll at grade R, how are they going to school? How are they fed? How are they transported? How are they accommodated? Do they have sufficient teachers? Do they have adequate learning material? We wouldn't be here. We are dealing with a department that is in the presidency. A very same president that sealed his bank statements. And that's a monitoring and evaluation which we must deal with. We must do away with the so-called district development model. That's a model which is very elite. That is not going to work for the people in Insikayetu because their capacity is far below the requirement of that district DDM. You cannot bring DDM to Amahlati because right now they don't have capacity to deal with it. We must, in a very speedily manner, deal with the capacitation of the state to make sure that municipalities are able to render services. We need construction companies under the public works so that we have proper schools and clinics in this country. We need courts that are going to deliver services for our people. We need courts that are going to assist women when they're looking for maintenance. This monitoring and evaluation can't tell you how many women can access maintenance in court because these courts cannot do that. Lastly, we need separate courts for GBV. We cannot have vulnerable families sitting in court waiting for their turn to come, listening to people who stole a loaf of bread and the cases that mean absolutely nothing to their families. We need to bring justice to the women that suffer the injustices of GBV. And the courts of Free State must speak, please bring justice to the women who were found bent beyond recognition because they were the victims of GBV. We need a monitoring and evaluation that is going to assist this country to move forward. But we cannot have that if we have a president that doesn't want to be held accountable, a president that cannot come here and tell us how did he get into the echelons of power, a president who keeps money under the mattresses, and a parliament that keeps a Section 89 report at bay. It must come back. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Member.